Yeah, we are working on MyHeart because MyHeart deals with personal health care. And personal health care is becoming very, very important in the future. And this is for several reasons. One is, of course, and this is good news, that life expectancy is increasing. We have an aging population, we are getting more and more older. On the other hand, this also means we have a dramatic increase of chronic diseases. And on the other hand, we have a lot of people who have a really unhealthy lifestyle. We have very obese people and we have very young people who already face a diabetes. Also, my parents are now in the age where cardiovascular disease play a major role. And you really see they are not really taking care. They have not this education how to do the right things all the time. And with the help of our technology, we are able to educate, to teach, to show them really, am I doing right or am I doing wrong? What shall I do next? And. Therefore, we have started MyHeart to develop electronics or a kind of technology that gives you a kind of idea about your health status. So MyHeart is a European project and it's one of the largest European projects in the SIX Framework program. So we have 33 different partners. So we are not going for in-hospital healthcare delivery. We are really going integrate healthcare delivery in daily life. We are using ambient sensors and sensors that you wear directly on your body. We are measuring heart rate, we are measuring respiration and your activity. And we are doing more. We are not only acquiring these signals on the body, we are also making some kind of analysis and diagnosis out of this. So on your body, with the help of these electronics, these data are analyzed and a kind of health status is already calculated from this. But we are doing even more because this electronics is integrated in your clothes. You are not able to see it. You will really forget about it, that you are wearing it after some minutes. But of course you have to know something about your health status. And because our electronics is also able, out of the diagnostic data, to give you some therapy recommendations, maybe to visit your doctor or to be more active, to go out for a short walk and things like this, you need to have a kind of interaction device. And therefore we have different possibilities. If you are on the move, we can use a mobile phone. All the data from our technology that is worn on the body is sent to your mobile phone and you have access and interaction to this kind of device. On the other hand, you can also show it on a TV, of course, in your home. The private atmosphere of your bathroom is the nicest thing if you want to know something about your health status. And therefore we thought about what would be a good option that people like a very simple interface, and we came up with the idea to use a kind of bathroom mirror. This is an interactive device. It's a semi-transparent mirror that is able to display the information that we really detect from our electronics. It would be very nice if we could detect heart attacks before they really occur. And it would be great if we could detect strokes before it really occurred, to see some pre-indications already in an ECG of a specific person. Because if you have every night the analysis of an ECG and you watch the trend over a month, then maybe you see some small deviations and you say, okay, there's something going wrong. And I really send you to the doctor then. With the help of our electronics, we are able to measure the activity. We do this via accelerometers on our on-body electronics. And what you see here is if I'm moving, then you see here that these thicknesses are changing. And you see also that you have a special activity target per day. Maybe your doctor has prescribed something like this, and you see you only have perceived today 26%, so you know you have to stay a little bit more active for the rest of the day. Your actual stress level is measured and the mirror shows you whether he improves or not and gives you direction to do this. And so by the time you really will learn how to improve, and then maybe you can very shortly make your exercises for stress reduction. But to help you to improve it, you would start a kind of exercise. You will listen to your favorite music, you will look at your favorite pictures, and you stay in front of a mirror and then you really see why are the trends in these signals, in these biofeedback signals, whether you do a good job or not. And this helps you really to learn very, very fast how to relax. And you can also use this kind of relaxation techniques, of course, later on in the office or whatever. You don't need all the time to have this mirror here. And we have one concept inside MyHeart that is also for young obese children. They should take a photo of each meal they are eating. and they should send all the food intake to a call center. And in the call center, there is someone who really says, this was good, too much fat, too much cholesterol, and gives you a kind of feedback. Playing around with the electronics and the photos will hopefully motivate these people to stay to their diet. So MyHeart is a European project, and it's one of the largest European projects in the SIX Framework program. So we have 33 different partners, and the most prominent of them are Nokia, Vodafone and Medtronic. Of course, there are also lots of universities, medical as well as bioengineering universities are involved, and some small and medium companies. You can imagine, for starting from textiles, electronics, to kinds of user interface with mobile phones and set-top boxes, further on to a kind of professional interaction with server technology and network technology, you need a quite broad scope of partners. And we have gathered them all, that we are not so much overlapping in this project, and that every partner can contribute his specific knowledge to really have a, let's say, really good outcome at the end. During our first tests with giving people underpants and textiles to test it for 4 weeks in their own home settings, we were really able to detect a person who really needed medical help. So even the stops every 4 weeks by the doctors were not enough, to really detect this heart event. And we could really show this is a serious disease, please go to your doctor. And so this was, even if it was only a small scope, a small portion of people, we already detected one which we really could help.
Cardio Online is a product which is designed to help save your life in the case of sudden cardiac arrest. Sudden cardiac arrest is a cardiac illness that hits 1 in 1,000 people in most developed countries every year, so it's the biggest killer, and 10 times as many people die from this than from road accidents. So we thought that with the advent of the automatic external defibrillators, which are being put up at public places everywhere, we would also need something to personalize this safeguarding mechanism. And the way to realize this is to put something on the body of an individual. It analyzes the signals from the body, which are measured by ECG electrodes, so it's electrical heart activity that we're measuring. And then we do an online analysis on a DSP right on the body, so we're not transferring ECGs, but we're analyzing on the body directly. This is also very private. If we find signals of a sudden cardiac arrest, so traces in this signal, we can sound an alarm and get help to the person in need, which would be in this case an automated external defibrillator. And this will save his life by delivering a life-saving electrical shock therapy. Well, up to now this is a research stage, and we're testing this and verifying the design of most of these components and testing it out clinically as well. But in due time it will come out as a product, as we hope. Well, will users accept it? That's one of the questions we set out at the beginning as well, and we thought that users accept things that they wear on their body every day. And these things are mostly made of textile, which was one of the reasons that we took this path in developing this product. So we thought that the utmost comfort you could realize in a textile carrier environment. And so this was the reason why we had to fuse the electronics inside the textile. I think users accept this because they wear textiles every day anyway. It's a natural thing to wear, and it disappears into daily life. That's one of the design key features of this product.
So it is a novel technique in order to assess new information about cancerous, malignant tumors in the breast. That you have the patient in the MR scanner, you apply contrast medium, and you see when a spot is flashing up in the MR image that there is something suspicious. But in MR mammography you have the problem to differentiate. And this is what we add. We add some new technique which is capable to measure the elasticity of tissue. So like having an X-ray where you see, for instance, the absorption density, now we have a modality which is capable to measure the elasticity of tissue, but without radiation. Special is that this has not ever been done before, so this is new. Palpation in mammography has always been very important, most important. Most of the tumors are found by women, by the women by themselves, due to palpation. But now we have it in an objective manner, in an exact physical way, and this was not possible before.